All right, good day to you. Welcome to the Wood Shake channel from Lexington, Kentucky, and my name is Adam No. I'm excited to be here with you to share today's project, what we're going to work on. So we're going to have lots of fun. The new project is going to be a table and a bench for our kitchen. A lot of people do tables and benches. Just so happens we actually need a table. We're all basically a family of 5 sitting around a 4 or 5 foot long table, and so we're all kind of crammed. So I'm going to go ahead and initiate that project and get going with that. I'm going to do it a little bit backwards. I'm going to start with the bench first and then move to the table. A couple of things as far as the types of wood we're going to be using. I'm going to do oak for this, so it's obviously heavy, but a lot sturdier than a lot of the woods out there. So I'm gonna do some oaks. I was able to acquire 4 or 5 timbers from close by to where I live. 6x6s, so really heavy, all about 75 inches long. So I'm going to show those to you, and then we're going to get to milling and get those down to size. So here are the oak timbers. Just kind of give you an idea of what they looked like when I got them. And so these were used for some type of wood stack platform for firefighters, and so they were all basically stacked on one another, in really good shape. So those are the 6x6 timbers, the oaks. So I'm gonna put those on the jointer and the planer and get those nice and milled, nice and square, 90-degree edges. I'm gonna cut them close to the leg length that they're supposed to be. So for the bench would be 18 inches. It's kind of an issue when you're trying to cut through 6x6s because there aren't a lot of tools out there available to cut all the way through. You can get miter saws that have a larger radius of saw blade. Unfortunately, mine doesn't get all the way through, so I'm going to go with that anyway, and then I'll have to flip it in order to get the cut all the way through the piece. So let's go ahead and start getting those cutting down to size and get to work on it. basically you saw me do the rough cutting the 6x6 legs. So we cut those down to basically the rough size. We jointed and planed those suckers, got them all square. I cut the wood down for the bench top, and I was able to get the glue up done on that. So we're going to smooth the top, we're going to do the epoxy fill on it. I was able to get the frame for the bench top also put together and attached to the bench top. So you will see that in the video. So we're going to go through the legs, putting the hanger bolts on the legs, and then I'm going to show you the design of how the legs attach to the bench top. And so we got some good footage coming up for you here, and sit back and relax, and just remember to, while you're watching, just like it, subscribe to it, share it with friends, have them come join watch with you, and just enjoy woodworking. I mean, that's what we're doing. So I know I will be while I'm doing it. All right.
Okay, narration time. I at least owe you that much for losing all my benchtop footage. As I captioned earlier, I lost most of the footage of benchtop work, and so hopefully in this shot you can see my joinery. So I took 3 reclaimed wood oak boards, all from different locations basically, milled and cut those to the correct size, and then joined them together. I used biscuits and Type Bond glue. Do a search for tabletop glue ups and you'll find a ton of them out there on the web or YouTube. Hopefully we can do a future project where glue ups are involved. It was really fun. It was my first time, and I was really excited with how it turned out. So, as you can see from this footage, I did correct pocket holes to create the frame, and I used 1x3 oak. And this was the only wood that wasn't reclaimed out of the entire project, so still making it 100% oak. I also used pocket holes to attach the frame to the bench top. You can probably see that I used hanger bolts, and you'll get a closer look at those later in the video. If you aren't familiar with hanger bolts, they're a nice creation. They have threading on both ends, one for self-tapping into the wood just like a normal wood screw, and the other for screwing on a hex nut. So it was somewhat of a challenge to get the hanger bolts on the leg, but once I had a system down using 2 nuts, it was smooth sailing. Here I'm attaching a large wooden washer that I created, and I chose this method because the metal washers I had on hand were too small and would have probably recessed into the wood while tightening, and so they would eventually created a hole. So more to come on the other face of the frame panel and how I was able to attach the leg on that side.
Oh, just super ecstatic to have you on the channel today. Checking out the oak bench. Thank you for watching video 1. So we've come to the point where I've done all the milling of the wood, was able to do the glue up on the bench top, the frame and everything, and so I explained that. So just super excited to have you on board, have you part of this journey. Super pumped to get to share this with you. So what's coming up next in part 2 would be, we're going to attach the other side of the leg, the interior panel of the frame, and then we're basically going to just get all the legs nice and tight and put together, and then I'm going to do the finish on the top of the bench. And you gotta stick around, to see the end product, to see that bench fully complete. I mean, you're gonna have a good feeling inside, trust me. So please, in order to know when part 2 comes out, I need you to go and subscribe to the channel, and when that video is uploaded, you'll get an alert on your phone or on your PC. So definitely, right now, go down, please click subscribe at the bottom. So go down right now and please click subscribe at the bottom right of the screen where my logo is. Just hover over that and click, and you'll subscribe to the channel so you can get those alerts when we post video 2, and in the future when we post additional videos. So very excited to do part 2. I want you to be a part of it. So put a comment down for this part 1, like the video, share it with friends. Was really glad to have you be part of this journey. So we will see you in video 2 very soon. Stick around for it. Remember, we're shaping wood to shape your life. You go shape some wood to shape other people's lives, make a difference.
exercise your talents. See you soon.